Everybody. So today it's beautiful out, as you can see. So I've been meaning to change the fuel filter for quite a while. I've had it, but the weather just hasn't worked out. Actually, the first time I ordered the wrong one. Actually, I don't think it was the wrong one, but this one just made it easier because I'll show you why in just a second. So for all of you others that actually DIY, I think this is a little more difficult than the oil change. But I think now that I learned how to do it, I think it's a little easier. I think I'll continue to do it because once I found out the tricks, and that's why I want to make this video for anybody else. I'm not a super huge mechanic. I'm just your average Joe when it comes to cars. But so I'll walk you through a little bit right quick in case you guys want to do it. So what you're seeing here, only thing I've taken off is the air box. This thing connects up here with that screwdriver, and this piece over here to your air box comes out, and basically you have this view. Excuse me. And this actually slides back here like this, but I just moved it out of the way. And so what we're trying to get to is your fuel filter right here. So this is what I did after much frustration and bloody knuckles. So there's 3 bolts. There are, what are they? They are, what I used was a 5/16. It's a weird top. It's a weird top, as you can see, star top, but a 5/16 socket will work. So there's one there, and one back under there. You take those 3 out, and it gives you a little bit of wiggle room. And so when I was talking about order the filter with this sensor thing on it already, so you don't have to replace that. It's worth the $10 or $15. So my problems, normally you would think, okay, you just connect this hose, and this hose, take it out, put it back in, and it's good to go. The issue is I had never seen this clip before. And I'll talk about it in just a second. So these two, what I did, if you jab a little bitty screwdriver, let me see if I have it, yeah. So what you need to do, you need to take a little bitty screwdriver, put it in this little hole here, and pop it off. Same thing here with this little hole. This is an eyeglass screwdriver. Pop that off, those things come right off. It took me 20 minutes to figure that out because I had never worked with those clamps before. It's been on for 60,000 miles, so this was a little difficult to get off. So what I did was I wedged a little screwdriver in here and gave it a little wedge to get off. And that wasn't too bad. So this thing gave me the bejeezies. I couldn't figure out how to get this thing off. So once I got it loose, and I recommend getting all these bolts loose, and you can pull this up. And once you pull it up, it's a little easier. So you pull this up. Do you see this there's a little clip right there. So once you pull this out, you just stick a little screwdriver, there's a little notch back there, and you pull this little U-clamp out of it, and it comes right off. So I think next time this will probably take me all of 15 or 20 minutes, but this time it took me about 45 because of that. But it's fairly simple once you figure out how to work these clips. This clip, you take that off, and this metal clamp is actually holding the fuel filter. And the other thing I would say is when you replace this little metal ring, make sure you put the new fuel filter in the exact same clockwise pattern as the other one, so the bolts line up and it's easier to put the hoses back on. But all in all, man, this is really maybe a total 30-minute job at the most, probably closer to 15 or 20. You don't really have to take this one off back here. I did just to give me some more room. It's just basically a simple C-clamp. So I would still rate this as a DIY. You could do it pretty easy, save yourself some money. Also, it gives you a chance to get under the hood just to see if something else is wrong. You know, sometimes you can just spot other things right now. So right here, this is also before. I got this tensioner. I made another video on this, but so I just put a C-clamp around this thing, and it's been working for like a week. It's probably not working the best. I still have to do that, but yeah, as far as replacing the fuel filter, I think everybody can do it on their own. It's pretty simple. It's not a really tight place in there. So if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. Always glad to help out.